Good evening, I'm Abhyuday Shrestha and these are the headlines of the hour. Ruling Janata Samajwadi Party splits, 30 Central Committee members including 7 lawmakers apply for the registration of a new party under the leadership of Ashok Rai. Dispute emerges regarding Gandaki Province Chief Minister Khagaraj Adhikari securing the floor test. Nepali Congress to file a case against the Speaker. India fails to receive the EPG report despite the lapse of 6 years, says bilateral mechanism active to resolve border disputes. Some experts say India is exhibiting double standard. And South Asian qualifiers for the Olympics to be held in Nepal for the first time. Winners in women's and men's table tennis to directly qualify for the Paris Olympics. 4 Nepali players in competition. Ruling Janata Samajwadi Party has split. An incumbent minister even reached the Election Commission today to split the party. The group led by chairperson of the Federal Council, Ashok Rai, split the party, saying that they were not satisfied with the working ways of party chair Upendra Yadav. The group has turned in an application at the Election Commission to register a separate name under Janata Samajwadi Party. The Rai group has claimed that they have 30 Central Committee members, including 7 lawmakers from the Federal Parliament. The lawmakers in the new group include Ashok Rai, Nawal Kishore Shah, Sushila Shrestha, Pradeep Yadav, Birendra Mahato, Ranju Kumari Jha and Hasina Khan. Janata Samajwadi Party Nepal had a total of 12 members of the House of Representatives. Now only 5 members are with Chairperson Upendra Yadav. Nawal Kishore Shah, who is a member of the Council of Ministers along with Deputy Prime Minister and Health Minister Upendra Yadav, has joined the new party. Party co-chairperson Rajendra Shrestha has been given the responsibility of the chair of the party's Federal Council. Meanwhile, Janata Samajwadi Party Nepal lawmaker Prakash Adhikari has claimed that the party has not split, but only a few individuals decided to part ways with the party. The split of Janata Samajwadi Party will likely have effect in the federal and provincial governments. There is a Janata Samajwadi Party-led government in Madhya Province, while the party has 20 members in 6 province assemblies. It's now time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
But before that, let's take a look at the results from yesterday's poll. Yesterday, we had asked you, why has the Prime Minister raised doubt on the smooth operation of the budget session? 50% voted for A, no agreement with the opposition, 9% for B, lack of initiative, and 41% for C, problem within the alliance. And here's today's question. Why did Janata Samajwadi Party split again? Your options are A, not enough share, B, to form a new alliance, and C, same old trend of breaking up. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. It has been announced that Chief Minister of Gandaki Province Khagaraj Adhikari secured the vote of confidence on the basis of the 30 votes received from the Province Assembly. Amid protests from Nepali Congress, Speaker Krishna Prasad Dhital, citing the Supreme Court verdict, announced that Chief Minister Adhikari passed the floor test by winning 30 votes. At the Province Assembly meeting held today, 30 votes were cast in favor of Adhikari, 27 were cast against him, while 2 members remained neutral. 31 votes are needed from the 60-member Gandaki Province Assembly to become Chief Minister. However, the Speaker declared the 30 votes as majority, citing the Supreme Court verdict. Adhikari, who had claimed of securing the floor test by including the vote of the Speaker, was appointed the Chief Minister of Gandaki Province by the Governor on 7th of April last month. Although then Chief Minister Surendra Raj Pandey then filed a writ at the Supreme Court against the appointment, the joint bench of Supreme Court Justices Sapna Pradhan Malla and Saranga Subedi issued a verdict last Monday squashing the writ, saying that majority was secured without counting the vote of the Speaker. Adhikari had claimed the Chief Minister post, securing 31 votes, which included 22 from CPN-UML, 8 from CPN Mao Center, along with the vote from the Speaker and the support from 1 independent member. There is constitutional provision that the Speaker is not allowed to vote unless there is a tie. However, the Speaker announced that Chief Minister Adhikari passed the floor test today, citing the Supreme Court verdict. Meanwhile, Nepali Congress has protested against the announcement, saying that it is unconstitutional. Following today's Province Assembly meeting, Nepali Congress said it would knock on the doors of the court, citing that the Speaker's decision was unconstitutional. Nepal and India have shared decades-long friendship. However, a few issues remain of concern. These include border disputes and the EPG report that the Indian government has yet to receive. More in this report.
The Eminent Persons Group EPG that was formed to review the Nepal-India Treaty of 1950 held its 9th meeting on the 29th and 30th of June 2018. Following the meeting, the EPG prepared a common report. Back then, it had been decided that the report would first be presented to the Indian Prime Minister, followed by Nepali. However, despite the lapse of almost 6 years, the Indian government has remained indifferent towards receiving the report. The EPG report has remained ignored even during several bilateral meetings between the two countries. It may be recalled, after the report was prepared, in 2019, the Indian government issued political map including Nepal's Kala Pani, Lipulek and Limpiathura as its own region. Nepal had sent a diplomatic note to express reservations against the move, to which India has yet to respond. On 20th of May 2020, Nepal issued a political map including these encroached areas. The Nepal government even amended the state constitution to include the new map. Meanwhile, India has constructed infrastructures in the Nepalese land, including roads, without consulting Nepal government. In the latest move, Nepal government decided to print 100 rupee note with a new political map, which the southern neighbor has expressed reservations towards.
Our position is very clear. Our position, with Nepal, we were having discussions about our boundary matters through a established platform. And then in the middle of that, they unilaterally took some measures on their side. But by doing something on their side, they are not going to change the situation between us or the reality on the ground.
While India continues stating that it shares close ties with Nepal, EPG report and the long-standing border issues remain unattended. Experts have called it India's double standard.
जुन कतिपय व्यवस्था गर्ने यसलाई मतलब सम्बोधन नगरे पनि हुन्छ भन्ने उहाँहरु जे गरिरहनु भएको छ त्यो उहाँहरुको बेठिक कुरा हो त्यो बेठिक कुरालाई उहाँहरुले सच्याएर छिमेकीहरुसितको सम्बन्ध सुधार्नु पर्छ छिमेक हाम्रो प्राथमिकता पनि भन्ने उहाँहरु अनि छिमेकसितका संवेदनशील मुद्दाहरुमा छलफल गरौं भन्दाखेरि छलफलमा नि सहभागी नहुने छलफल गरेर टुंग्याएका विषयहरुलाई मतलब चाहिँ स्वीकार्न पनि तयार नहुने आत्मसात गर्न पनि तयार नहुने भनेको त यो त दोहोरो प्रवृत्ति हो यस्तो दोहोरो प्रवृत्ति देखाउनु हुँदैन भन्ने नै हो.
Some experts have also opined that the Nepal government must raise international and diplomatic pressure to bring India to the table on the pending issues. They hint at seeking for a mediator country.
अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय प्रेसर दबाव सृजना गरेर भए पनि भारतलाई ल्याउनु पर्यो र नेगोसिएसन गर्नु पर्यो. नेगोसिएसन गर्दाखेरि अब भनौं अब भारतले के भन्छ त हामी यो तरिकाले कालापानी लिपुलेक लिम्पियाधुरामा बस्छौं तपाईहरुलाई यो गर्छौं भनेर चाहिँ नेगोसिएसन नेपालले पनि भन्न सक्नु पर्यो हो कि होइन फिर्ता ल्याउनु पर्यो यो त हाम्रो हक अधिकार लाज पूर्जा त हाम्रो छ नि तपाईहरु उठ्नु पर्यो भन्नु पर्यो या त अर्को नेपालले अर्को अल्टरनेटिभ बताउन सक्नु पर्यो. सबभन्दा ठूलो दबाई चाहिँ नेगोसिएसन डायलग डिस्कसन नै हो कि.
We'll take a short break here. We have more news coming up. Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Naran Kaji Shrestha held an official dialogue with visiting Japanese Minister for Foreign Affairs Yoko Kamikawa this afternoon. The meeting between Foreign Minister Shrestha and Japanese Foreign Minister Kamikawa was held at Singadarbar. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs informed that representatives of Nepal and Japan held talks on bilateral relations and cooperation between the two friendly nations. Minister Kamikawa also made courtesy calls on President Ramchandra Paudel and Prime Minister Pushpakamal Dahal before departing from Kathmandu today. Minister Kamikawa arrived in Nepal earlier today for a one-day state visit. She arrived in Kathmandu, completing her visit to Sri Lanka. Japanese Foreign Minister Kamikawa was greeted at the Tribhuvan International Airport by Foreign Secretary Sewa Lamsal. This was Minister Kamikawa's first visit to Nepal. In our Public Voice segment today, we have asked people in several provinces what have they been doing to protect themselves from pollution. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
धुलो धेरै भएको ठाउँमा वरिपरि सकभर नजाने जाने परेछ भने मास्क लगाएर सल लगाएर जाने र सुधारेको चुलाहरू युज गर्ने
मास्क लाउनु पर्यो त्यहाँबाट आएर आफ्नो वरिपरि सबै सफा गर्नु पर्यो
रुमालले छोप्ने कहिले मास्क लाउने
एक नम्बर मास्क हो मास्कबाट चाहिँ हैन सबै धुलो मैला मुखमा पर्दैन
आँखा जोगाउनको निम्ति ग्लासहरुको युज गरेको छु
सामान्य रूपमा हिँड्दा पनि मास्क युज गर्छु अब मर्निङमा गर्दा झन् लाउनै पर्यो
प्राय गरेर हामी बिहानमा सधैँ रेगुलर निस्किन्थ्यौं हैन अहिले चाहिँ सकभर बाहिर ननिस्किने
वरिपरि चाहिँ तपाईको चाहिँ पानीहरु बोकेर पानीहरु चाहिँ छपेर धुलोहरु मार्ने गरेर जोगिरहेको अवस्था छ
कुनै कुनै बाटोमा हिँड्ने मान्छेले अब चुरोट खायो केही खायो फाल्यो हामी त्यो पनि उठाएर आफ्नो डस्टबिनमा हाल्ने कार्य पनि गरिरहेछौं
मास्क लगाउँछु त्यसपछि फुल कपडा लगाउँछु
टाउकोमा सल बानेर हिँड्छु
बिहान र बेलुका राति तातो पानी पिउँछु
चुलोको धुवाबाट बच्नको लागि विद्युतीय चाहिँ चुलो प्रयोग गरिरहेको छु
बाहिर निस्किनु पर्यो भने पनि मास्क लगाएर अलि सतर्क भएर निस्किने गरिरहेको छु
बिहान बेलुका हिँड्दिन अलि काम परेको बेला मात्रै हिँड्छु
It's time now for the international update. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's cabinet has voted unanimously to close Al Jazeera's operations in Israel. The cabinet vote came today after Israel's parliament passed a law allowing the temporary closure in Israel of foreign broadcasters considered to be a threat to national security during the months-long war in Gaza. Prime Minister Netanyahu announced the decision on X, formerly Twitter. In another X post, Israel's communications minister Shlomo Karti said he had signed the orders against Al Jazeera, which would be effective immediately. Karti also ordered the seizure of Al Jazeera's broadcasting equipment used to deliver the channel's content, including editing and routing equipment, cameras, microphones, servers and laptops, as well as wireless transmission equipment and some mobile phones. The decision escalates Israel's long-running feud against Al Jazeera. It also threatens to heighten tensions with Qatar, which funds the media network at a time when Doha is playing a key role in mediation efforts to halt the war in Gaza. Israel has long had a rocky relationship with Al Jazeera, accusing it of being biased against it and collaborating with Hamas. The Qatar-based network has repeatedly rejected the accusations. Al Jazeera is one of the few international media outlets to remain in Gaza throughout the war, broadcasting bloody scenes of air attacks and overcrowded hospitals and accusing Israel of massacres. It's time now for another short break. We'll be right back.
Sports News.
South Asian qualifiers for table tennis under the Paris Olympics 2024 is scheduled to be held in Nepal for the first time. The qualifiers will be held from 13th till 21st of May at the National Table Tennis Training Center in Lainchor, Kathmandu. Players from South Asian nations, Nepal, Bangladesh, the Maldives, Pakistan and Sri Lanka will be participating in the qualifiers. India, ranked 8th in the world, have already directly qualified for the Olympics. 2 male players and 2 female players will compete from each country. 1 male and 1 female player, each winning the tournament, will directly qualify for the Paris Olympics 2024. Samyog Kapali and Shantu Shrestha will compete for Nepal in the men's side, while Nabita Shrestha and Ivana Thapa will participate from the women's side. This is the first time Nepal is hosting the Olympics qualifiers. This year's Summer Olympics is scheduled to be held in the French capital Paris from 26th of July till 11th of August. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Good night.